So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a quiz in Google Forms. If you're not used to accessing it, the easiest thing to do is probably just to type the name into your Google search bar and then come and click on the link that says sign in. So we'll do that. Once I get in here, I have the option of using some of their templates. It's a quiz, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. That'll go ahead and it will pre-populate some of the settings to suit our purposes. My quiz is going to be called US History 12.1. Okay, and then I can use this same title for my document name. All right, so once we get in here, we're really only going to look at using this plus button, the add a question, and this section button here. It starts off and it pre-populates with the first section. I want to collect all of their basic information here. So I'm going to type in first name, and the Google form is going to be smart, and it automatically defaults to a short answer text. Okay. Now I can go ahead and I want to require this question to make sure they don't miss it. Okay. And then I can add another one. And this one we're going to call last name. Okay. We want the teacher name. This here, I'm going to make it multiple choice just so that all of the answers are uniform and easy to sort. It thinks it's a short answer and I want it to be changed to multiple choice here. So I just click on that menu button and then we'll go multiple choice. Okay. And we can enter these, Elliot, Estrada, can't even spell my own name. And Morgan. Okay, and so that's good. If we needed to add another one, we would just click on that field there and it's going to add another field for us. Okay, and again, we'll require that question. Our class period, this is going to use the right format, multiple choice, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, these will come in handy again when we go and we look at our spreadsheet to sort it. I'm going to do that looking at the results in a whole other video just for the ease of handling the material. So once I've got the basic information in that first section, I'm going to go and I'm going to create a second section for my actual questions. That one there is just the little two dashes that look like an equal sign. So click on that. And that's going to give us a new section. We don't actually have to put a title in, but I'm going to go ahead and call it 12.1 quiz. If I had instructions or if I had some kind of a document I wanted to link to, I could certainly do that here pretty simply, but I'm going to skip it for now since it's optional. The cool thing about creating a separate section for your quizzes is that if you want to randomize the quizzes, if you got all the kids in the same class, you can do that, and that won't mess up your section number 1. It will only randomize section number 2. Okay, not a big deal right now, but something that you could do in the future. Once I've got the section in there, I'm just going to start adding questions. Okay, to do that, again, we just press the add a question button, and then I have to go get my actual questions. So I'm going to go out to the PDF of that section 1 quiz. And here, I should just be able to copy and paste these questions. So we'll see if Google plays fair or if PDF plays fair. So I'm going to copy it. I like to use Control-C. And I'm going to paste it in that field there. I'm going to get rid of the number 1 with the assumption that I might like to randomize them. Here, sometimes it comes through and it will be missing a space or something. So you just kind of have to be cognizant of that. There's my question. Most mills were located blah-de-blah. Now this one here, usually our multiple choice questions will have maybe 4 options. And so in that case, I would go ahead with this multiple choice thing. But you see it's here. It's if you look at this, we've got a big old honkin' list. And so I think what I'm going to do is do a drop down menu of these. Another option I've done in the past is just to limit the number of selections that they have to make it a little bit easier. But I'll show you how to do the drop-down menu since I've already shown you multiple choice. So pretty simple. I just have to go back over to that drop-down box, and I'm going to say drop-down. And so I will go through and I will enter each of these. So here I've got all of my options for my list in. I'll show you what that looks like on the user end side here in a minute. But first I want to show you how to duplicate this, because I do not want to type 14 entries or 13 entries in the next one. So we'll go in here and we'll require this question. Okay. Now down at the bottom, you'll see that there is an answer key thing. I personally like to go in and do the answer key last because that's the way I am. But it could certainly be done at this time. I'll show you that later. Next, we're going to just duplicate this question, and that is the little copy guy down here. So I'll click on him. Okay. And you'll see it populates with the whole list of answers that they can use for this question. It highlights the question itself, and we're just going to delete that because we want to move on to copying question number 2 on the sheet. Okay, I bring that in there. Again, it's wonky. Okay, and then I'll just continue to do this, copying them and pulling questions over. Now I've got all of my questions entered, so I'm going to go back up to the top here and I'm going to start entering the point values and marking the correct answer so that it grades itself. To do that, we'll start with number 1. We're going to click on the box to bring up the menu of options here, and we'll go down here to the bottom and select answer key. Okay, here we can give it a point value of 1, and we're going to select the correct answer. So most mills. We'll go to Northeast. We click on that, and that's really all we got to do, and then we press done. Okay. You can toggle back and forth between the answer key and the editing option. So if you get it wrong, you can always go back into it, or if you want to add feedback or something like that to the student. We'll go to the next one. Same thing. First breakthrough, textiles. Let's go to the answer key. We'll go down here and click textiles, and then we'll say, ooh, we almost forgot the point value. 1 point, and done. Okay, and then just continue like that for the other questions.